Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Angela, the Traveling Crafter, and I hope you're all doing amazing today. I'm here with a little show and tell, and then we're just going to see how this goes. I have a bunch of scraps. I cleaned out my scrap bag and thought, well, maybe we'll work on a few things and see how it progresses. I have no plan. We're just going to do some fun stuff. But before we get started, a quick shout out to every one of you who has subscribed and who comments. It means a whole lot to myself and anyone who has a channel to hear from you. So thank you for your comments. I appreciate them very, very much. So, I wanted to show you just a few, the show and tell part. By the way, show and tell is a hashtag that we use on the Makers Market, but I have also initiated for our YouTube friends as well. So everybody can participate, whether you have a channel or not. So if you have a channel and you're showing some of the things you've made, or maybe a haul, maybe a flip through, and you use the hashtag show and tell, then I can easily, as well as others, can easily find it and go see what you are up to. And then we have a chat room that is show and tell, where you can post your photos. If you don't have a channel, you can post them there, and we love seeing all of them. So I encourage you to hop over. The link is in the description to the Makers Market, and in the Makers Market you will find lots of art supplies, lots of handmade crafts, books, ephemera, body sprays, lip balms, all kinds of cool stuff. So a while ago, a couple weeks ago, in our craft and chat, I was making these banner pockets, and I made all of these, and I realized this was one of the things that I needed more of. So I created a few more, and I wanted to share those with you so you could kind of see what, and I also have some other things that we created that are finally finished. So this is another one that I used one of my digitals. This is one of Hazel at Hazel and Naka Designs digitals that I just popped in there. I think it looks really cute. And then instead of the hearts, I just added some paper flowers on that one. So I have that. Excuse me. This was I call it a reject digital of mine that I didn't really like, but I wanted to be able to use the papers. So I created this one. I just tucked this piece of ephemera I already had in there. This is another one of the rejects. This I'm going to pop in to one of the school days journals. So I'm going to put that aside. Here's another one. All of these, I think, were pretty much reject papers. This one is a double. So it's got the banner pocket in this style, and then the banner pocket here in that style. So I just doubled them up, added them in together, put the brads in. And there's a whole video on the live, as well as if you search the banner pockets, you will find those videos too. I apologize. I'm still not feeling the best. This one's probably one of my favorites. So this is, I haven't put it all together yet, but I did, this is one of my Xenia digitals. This is the one from Me to You with Love, from that freebie. Excuse me. I'm going to get a drink in a minute. This is also from the Xenia pack where I put it together. It's going to actually go over a page, but I just popped it on here, so until it's ready to go where I want it, it's all together. Hang on, I'm going to grab a sip of water. I'm moving the water closer. I have lemon water, which is helpful. So those are some of all the extra ones that I did off camera. And then I had the pieces that I had cut out for all of those hearts. So I saved these, and I used them in a couple different ways. One was for a stencil, which I'll show you in a second. This one I just made into a simple card. This one I made into a pocket and put some book page behind it. Just very simple. but effective, right? Because it's fast and easy. Here are 2 of my reject pieces that I didn't like. So I just used some vintage photo and used these pieces as my stencil. So save those if you have die cuts that you printed out and use them up. So in addition to those, I had more because remember we used the circles. I'll show you those in a second. So I had all these circles and squares, and I just did some random, don't think about it, just make these. These I thought would be cute little belly bands or tucks that I could decorate later. And this one I just kept, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But there you have it. There's nothing on them, but they're ready to roll. So some are finished, some are not. Just giving you some ideas on, you know, what you can do with all those scraps that you have left over. Now let's talk about this little bag of goodies, or little thing of goodies. These are all the finished pieces that we made when we did the faux enamel pieces. So let me show you some of the dominoes that we did. These are the ones that I did with the little tiny pieces of fabric. These were from the graphics fairy that I had printed out and done. And this is what they look like all dry. Now this one I have done earlier with Mod Podge, so it's a little more flat than the one I did with the dimensional Mod Podge. There's another one I did, and I just added this with a bulb pin and a little key. Same here. I love how these turned out. Here's another one. This is the one we did with that says Brave. This had the fabric on it. So super, super easy, super cute. You can hop over and see that video too. There's one more. So those are all the dominoes that I did for dangles. And then I one more. And then I showed you how to use them with the poker chips. Got a little extra on the glue. And how to do them if you don't have a poker chip. And this is just basic cardstock. So this is what they look like once they're all finished and dried. And then I had these tiny little ones. I'll just hold these up. I decided I did do some with the dimensional pieces. It did not, well, you'll see in a second. It didn't turn out very well. So I only did one like that, and I had to do these tiny, tiny little keys to them. Hang on. And see, there you go. Now you can see. There you go. So that one didn't turn out, I don't think, as well. But at any rate. Now, one thing that I have not shown, and I'm thinking, gosh, maybe I should do this. But I made a little piece to put on as a tassel. And this is actually Morse code. And it says, the rules are, there are no rules. And I was wondering if you guys, you have to leave a comment and see how you feel about it. But if you want to do a little play with some Morse code and we make some tassels, or little, not even tassels we don't have to make. We can just do some little dangles with short little words. Let me know. I think it'd be kind of fun. All right, so that is all of the tiny little things. And then moving on from that little event, I have done a couple bolos, and I have another one probably that will have already come out that you won't want to miss with feed sacks. And these are all from the compendium, the uppercase compendium one. So they're ready to be put away. These are all of the art ones. These are all of the sewing and kind of home decor pieces. So those I did, and then I did a few extra. I did this one. This was in that magazine too. I love how this turned out. But in there were also some just letters. And I have a couple extra. What was this from? I don't know. And a little cluster. But I have all these letters. Some of them I wrote around, you know, just kind of doodled around. So I thought we could maybe use those later. So I did those. And then this is, I don't know where this was from. Maybe Temu, maybe, I'm not sure. But at any rate, this is intact as it is, and it's a Ziploc. And so I just popped this in there, and I thought, well, it'd be kind of cute. I don't know if I have, well, maybe one of these tags will fit. Let's just try it. Will you fit in here? Not you. You will not fit. You might fit. Yeah, that fits in there. It fits actually almost all the way to the bottom. Well, maybe we pull it up so we can see the little girl there. But anyway, you kind of get the gist. So I finished that off. And then I also did these. And I want to talk about these for a minute. These three things. This is all, I have a bunch of French ephemera. I have a few little things that I'm bringing to one of my live sales soon. But these pieces are all, here we go. This is all antique French papers that someone would have, it's lighter than parchment. It almost feels, it's been written on. They've made patterns and then used them to do embroidery or tatting, or not tatting, embroidery or needlepoint or whatever. And I've got a lot of them. I may have to bring some of them. You'll have to tell me that too, if I should bring a couple of these sheets in a little bundle. And I also have all of this. I salvaged this from a old scrapbook. And I loved the paper, and so I saved it, and then I just backed these. These sheets are huge, by the way. So this is what it looked like originally, and from that, I then created all of these, as well as this little pocket. So this is not decorated yet, but those are some of the things that I have been working on. Is there anything else? I think that might be it. So after having done all of that, let me grab this. And kind of working on some other projects, I said that I cleaned out all of my scraps. And this is what I ended up with. Now, these are a couple pages that need to be backed from that compendium book. So we've got those that we can work with. I've got just a tiny bit of little nuggets of fabric and lace and such. These are not from that. This is for another project, but if we have some papers at work, maybe we'll make those. And then this is all that I've got. So I've kind of categorized these. If you've watched my video I have a couple videos on how I use my scraps, starting with largest, moving down to the smallest, and what I do with those. And it's something I could work on all day long. But what I did have is I thought, well, I can make more of those banner pockets that I showed you just a little while ago, because I think I have some things to do that. But I also have a couple of things that I don't think that I have shown you. I don't know. Tell me if I have, but I don't think I've shown you how to make these. They're super simple. I like them as tags, even though this one's squatty. But they just open up and there are pockets inside. So I think I left these out because I was like, oh, that's good inspo. We could probably make a few of those. And then I have this other, here's the other one that I made. I really like this one. And it just comes apart like that. You wouldn't have to put the ribbon in, but I just did because I thought it was kind of fun. And then I have this one that I did, and I don't think I've shown this one to you. I initially did them with 6x6 papers. This is a little tuck here, and it just kind of folds over, and this is a pocket here. This could go on a page, or you could just leave it like it is, but I just kind of used my scraps. And then some time ago, I used this. This was from Lisa Gibbons. It was a template. It was actually a whole package of these little pockets, and then I made a template for them. So I thought, well, let's keep these things out as a reminder to me of things that we can be working on, and see how this goes. Now, what do I have? I have these little these tiny little strips. I have these wider strips. I have these little, oh, there's map, and there's some book page, and there's some of these dominoes that I didn't use. I have these itty bitty 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 bits. Oh, these might, let's see. Let's keep some of these out. I dropped these all over the floor. That was lovely. Oh, there's another piece of fabric. You might be able to use those for something. I have an idea. There we go. So this was just tiny pieces I'm getting to the big pieces. These were just more pattern paper and such. And then these are all kind of bigger pieces. And then the biggest pieces. And there's also in here, oh, there's some paper bag. And then there's a bunch of just like backing papers, file folders, things like that. So I thought, because I had these, maybe we could make a couple. We need something to back these with, which I don't need to do that on camera, but maybe we'll make a couple of these pockets and make them a little bit bigger. Now, one thing that's going to happen here, just so you know, I'm going to bust out my scoreboard, and generally it does not fit on the camera. So if that annoys you, I'm sorry. But that is just the way it is. So let's just see. I don't think I can get this all the way. Oh, it's on there. Okay. So this should be 4 inches wide is how wide this is. These are 6 inches wide. So if I cut off just, so 6 inches, if I just, where's my scoring? There it is. And this is not cardstock, so so let's just improvise and see where we end up. Let me see. So this is 6, so I need a 1/2 inch on either side. So that brings us down, well, let's see. That'll bring us down to 5 inches wide. Well, why not? Just try it. And I'm going to come all the way down. 5 inches, or a 1/2 inch, all the way down. And I'm going to come in a 1/2 inch, so 5.5 inches. So a 1/2 inch, and oh goodness, I just went off the grid there. I could have probably went in it. Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's straight, but this one doesn't seem like it's straight. I guess it is. And then we want to turn this, and let's just see. Oh, this is 12 inches. So should we do it at 6 inches and see what happens? Sure, we should. All right. So what's going to happen is we're going to fold this up this way. And then we need to get rid of one set of these. One of these edges. Good Lord Almighty. Now I've lost my scissors. No, I didn't. Yes. No, I didn't. All right. So all we're going to do, these are so easy to make. Now, this is going to be a big one, but I want to see what it looks like. I haven't made one like this. I'm just going to cut up to the edge. I can already see this is not even, but we'll just make it work. And I'm just going to miter it in at the corner like this. So when I fold it up, it's going to fold nice and easy. Okay. So this is going to come up like this, and these are going to come in. Now I got to decide. I kind of like the yellow side better. So maybe I'll flip it the other way. Yeah, I like that better. All right, now all we need to do is make a notch. And this one has kind of a curvy little thumb notch in it. I'm not going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is, so here's how this goes. It just folds around like that. So this is the front, this is the back. So I want to make this notch in here. And I'm just going to use this because I think it's the coolest thing ever. Thank you, Hazel Anaka, for making my day. But this is just a centering ruler, which I did not have one. And we're going to go right about there. So I kind of know where to, I don't need to use this, but I usually just eyeball it. But I think it's kind of fun. And instead of doing a circle punch, we're going to use this tab. I really like to use that tab. Here we go. All right. I think I'm going to like this big because I can put a lot more in it. All right, now I'm just going to use my Sorry, I'm reaching. I found a little bitty pin, like a vintage pin. I'm like, I bet that's stainless steel. So I popped it in. My, this is our glitter glue that I'm using right now. So I popped it in there. And yeah, it's starting to rust. So nope, it was not. It was not what I thought. So I hope you guys are all having a great day. I want to assure you, there we go, pocket done. And that's a lot of room in there. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's do another one. That by the time you see this, I will be fine. I will feel fine. Everything will be fine. I just have this lingering crud. All right. So we're going to do this again. It's 6 inches. We're going to do this. Should we make, let's see, what does that end up? Well, it should end up being 5 inches. Yeah, I like that size. Okay. So we're going to do a 1/2 inch all the way down. Can you get any easier than this? I'm telling you. And a 1/2 inch all the way down. Why does that keep going AWOL here? See him right there? Stop it. Right when it gets to that, why? Okay, this is going to drive me crazy. Now, this piece that I've got is cardstock. All right. And we're going to turn it halfway. We're going to go 6 inches. There we go. We're going to fold it. And I do know that I want this to be the front. See, that's not exactly even, is it? We better shore this up a little bit. Oh, it's a little bit shorter than 6 inches. How did that happen? I don't know if that's going to help, but whatever. We'll work through it. All right, so now we're just going to cut one end off. I have to say, at the time of this recording, like, my brain is just, this cold is hindering my creativity is what I guess I'm trying to say. I'm not whining about it. It is what it is. But boy, oh boy. It's like, give this girl a break. I can't really think very well. See, this still needs to be, it is just not wanting to. I'm going to take just a smidge more off. Just a little bit. Because for some reason, that did not measure up at 6. I'm sure it was because I cut it wrong. There's no doubt in my mind. Just, come on, just over a little bit. So I thought, well, I want to be doing something, because I really went 5 days, I think, without doing, not even coming into my craft room. Ugh. Which is not like me. And so I wanted to do something. And I mean, and there were days, there was no way I felt like it, but there was also days, I mean, I don't sound fabulous now, for goodness sakes, but I really sounded bad. So there's that. Oh, shoot. I forgot to do something. I forgot to punch my, hang on. But I know that there are a lot of people that have got this, and everybody that I've talked to says, oh, it just lingers on. And it's the truth. I think I'm going to have to use my, I may have to use the Fabri-Tac. We'll see. This is just not wanting to come out. There we go. Let me just do this for a second. I really like making these. But I'm going to do these. We can come back and make some more if we have time. But there's a couple of those. You can see how to make them. And it doesn't really matter what size paper you have. If that did not help, it's still not. Well, it is what it is. It's not even either. That's fine. Okay, so we got a couple of those made. Let's make a couple of these little guys. So easy. This one, I think what we will do is let's take off. Okay, let's make, how big is this one? Well, we'll just make this one 4 inches. Okay, so this will be our tag. Now, we want this to then, okay, so tag. So now we want, I want this to be shorter. I'm going to have this be the front and this be the inside. But I don't want it this tall. I mean, I could do it the same size, but I don't want it that tall. So let's just take off a little bit. Okay. So now all I'm going to do is see, I'm just going to put a 1/2 inch just so I can fold this. So this will be hinged onto here, right? Oh, shoot. I didn't need to take that off because I should have been doing this. Goodness. Oh, well. That's okay. We'll just put it down here. Leave it up a little bit. And then I need this to be at, I'm going to make it at just a little under 4 inches. 3 7/8. I can't think. I think that's at 3 7/8 right there. Okay. This we can use for something else. All right, and I want it. Oh, you know what we could do? Well, let's glue this on first. I'm thinking. Okay, so this is going to be in a, should we cut it in the tag shape now? Why not? I also have the dropsies today. I don't know what my problem is. I'm been away so long. Okay, now that's done. Now let's glue this. Ooh, this paper, well, it's about a bajillion years old, so that's probably why. It's cracking a little bit. I hope it's going to be okay. We're going to put it in just a tiny smidge inside there. Hopefully it'll be okay, but I'm just showing you how to make it. So. Now, you could make this the whole, the whole side of it. Okay, so it's down there, and then I'm just going to cut out that little piece, angling it just a smidge. I should have done this before, but I didn't. I told you my brain's not working. Here we go. And then whoa. There we go. All right. So that's essentially done. We could round the corners. Oh my gosh, I'm still dropping stuff. Still dropping stuff. Let's pop a hole in here. And let's put some kind of color. What do I have in my bag of tricks? In my bag of tricks. All right, what colors do we have here? How about a little green? Just a tiny little piece. That'll work. And that will be good. So yes, generally what I do is I just start with these. And normally I don't do things with scraps unless I'm having a creative day. Like you know, my mind is clear. I, you know, have kind of that free-flowing creativity mindset, and I just start creating. And it works. That works for me. You know, it's that time where you're just not really thinking. You're just kind of rolling with it. We might as well put this on the front. I mean, we got it here. Might as well use my mistake. And we'll make this an extra pocket too. How about that? I could have used it separate. I could have done something else with it. There we go. There we go. I could. Let's just pop that on there. With a little rippy dippy of this. Like I said, you're not getting anything genius here today. We're getting simple, put things on the page. But I'm trying to think, was there anything that I worked on? Nothing. Really didn't work on anything when I was sick. I literally laid on the sofa. So we could put like a word or something across there, which I don't have any out, but I can do that in the future. So now we have a pocket, and a pocket here. Now on the other one, I made this into a tuck, but because that was cracked, I didn't think that would be a good idea. That's too green, isn't it? Why not? We'll just make this, well, do I want that? Do I have anything else? Let's put that there. And where do we want it? I'm going to have to put some washi tape on that. I'm just popping it on here. Put it down a little farther. Okay, let me grab a piece of washi. What to have. I'm just going to grab whatever. Here's a little piece. It's a little bit of a problem, but it doesn't really go with it. And I just drop that in the garbage. But it should at least keep it. Gosh. Come on now, really? Just not my day. There we go. For the sake of this. Now let's see. Let me grab that washi that fell in the garbage. There we go. All right. Let's make another one of these. Maybe without quite as much issues. All right, so we're using these little square things next. And then I think I'm going to say goodbye. Maybe I'll come back and do another one. But I just wanted to show you like how I start out. Oh, I like this one. Okay, Now let's see if I can do this without totally messing it up. So, how did I do? That was 4 inches. Okay. So, it's going to be, I want this to be 4 inches. Now, here's the correct way to do this. Do not cut this off. So, this will be my tag. And then I want this to, which way do I want it? I think I want this to go like this. I really like this. So we're just going to come up about 1 inch. All right. Now, the other thing I initially did when I did this tag is well, you know what? Let's do this. What I initially did is I hinged it here, and then I actually had it so that this kind of stuck out a little bit farther. It looked pretty cool, but I think it would be kind of neat. Let's cut our tag shape out of it first, just so we have that done. And I'm going to go with a smaller one this time. All right, so this will be the front, because this you can, you could write on if you wanted. All right, now let's just play around with this for a second. How long is this? This is 8 inches, so I could, again, fold this in half. All right, let's do it. We're just playing, just seeing where this takes us. We're going to do 4 inches right here. Okay, we're going to fold it in half. And let's just cut this little piece out so that it folds nicely. I know it's hard to see, but there's a line there. I'm just cutting a little V on either side of that line. Like so. All right, so now our pocket is ready. Now, let's decide and see where we want it to go. Now, if I do it right here at 4 inches, okay, so that's what it looks like on the back. I feel like I need to do this just to make it look a little prettier. Ooh. I'm just thinking about what's this going to be like when it'd be pretty once I decorate it, right? Or do we want to do this? Maybe that would be better. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, all we're gonna do with this pocket, or with this, see, we need something on here or here. It's just old paper. I have this that's just kind of just sticking a little bit of this. Now, if you don't have 100-year-old paper, and it's probably more like 15 or 20-year paper, old paper, you won't have to do this, but let's just be safe. Okay. No sense in making this and having it fall apart, right? All right, so I'm just experimenting. It would be cute like that, but my brain's not, I can't do it. Okay, so let's put a little notch here. A little one, because we're going to make this a pocket too. And let's glue this down. Notice that I'm not gluing those pockets down yet. The ones on the inside. Oh, that was horrible. And I'm this up just a little bit. I want to make sure that that's all glued down. And then I can put like a little, I could put, if I needed, oh, you can't even see that, for goodness sakes. Right? Fix it. I just re-inked my ink pad and my dauber. So this is going to get a little messy, but we got a solution here. There we go. It's all good. And let's get these glued down. I would not call this a tutorial today. I would be like, let's just see Angela struggle kind of day. Hey, you win some, you lose some. All right, now I feel the need to give this a little zhuzh. And I want to close it here and then decide where I'm going to put my boom. All right, what do we have? So it could go like this is the front, or this is the front. It doesn't really matter, but I do like it. And look at that. These will fit inside of here with no problemo. Well, that's winning. Okay, what could we put on the top? We could put this one inside this because I like that blue with it. What colors do we have? Pink, green, and powdered blue. Well, the pinks that I have, I don't think are going to cut it. Oh, here's a little piece of blue. Wow, that's a big piece of blue, but it's also gingham. Let's do this one as a ribbon, as a bow. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, George. Good thing this is going to be the last thing we're doing. We got puppies barking. Ruby has actually been pretty good lately, and it's been Zenny who's been instigating. I just did that upside down. I'll fix it. You know what I mean. Okay, let's do this the right way. Come on. There. My goodness, there we go. That's cute. I like that. So there we have it. Just another spin on it. I know this isn't very long, but I just wanted to kind of show you, as I was working on scrap kind of things, some of the things that you can do. We got pockets and we got tags. I know this wasn't very formal, but I think that, you know, you've probably had enough of me for today. But until next time, remember to take time to just be. We'll talk to you soon, and I'll come back with some more scrap projects for the Give a Scrap challenge. And don't forget to tag Show and Tell if you are so inclined. We'll see you soon. Cheers.